It is Sunday. I'm just going to say it. It's the day that the Lord has made. Not only that, it's WrestleMania Sunday.
What?
One of the biggest nights in wrestling. Um, it's a silly question, but I have to ask it. What do we got on the show today?
We got some news. We got some news that's not WrestleMania Night 1, which if y'all are real wrestling fans, you would have tuned in and found out what happened. But nonetheless, we persevere and we go as we lock in our Night 2 predictions.
Oh, yeah, baby. Hit it.
Hit it.
Coming to you live from the FN Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown.
It's the All Effin' Wrestling Show.
With your hosts, Canada Dry, and the JFB.
Good morning, good afternoon. If I don't see you today, to keep myself warm because I'm coming home late because it's WrestleMania. Not 2. I am, of course, the king of prediction wrestling.
You thumbing yourself down.
Myself down.
I suck.
I got hearts, baby, because I'm
There
in
we go.
professional wrestling. I am the king of prediction wrestling. I am the JFB. I am James. I am from Boston.
Of course, I'm getting ready to wax poetic. I am the founder. I am the pod father of All Effin' Wrestling. I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. You might know me as that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada Effin' Dry, baby. And a shout out to my good friend, Bad Take Cade, spewing all the bad takes all over the place.
Bad Take Cade, where you been? Where you coming from? When are you going to be here? When are you going to come on the show, Bad Take Cade? That's what I want to know.
My question is, Bad Take Cade even a real person?
I think he might be AI. I think he might
He
be,
could be an AI-generated character.
Yeah.
An enigma.
An enigma wrapped in a riddle.
Sprinkle of secret sauce.
A sort of like digital burrito.
Anyways, we are joined.
We will be joined shortly by Rebecca.
Yeah.
And many people are going to be calling in throughout the show today. Shane would like you to know that he's so baked right now.
Oh man. What a good way to start the day. Getting
Ayaka, she's drunk. everyone's on the sauce today.
Was night one.
Sauce in my egg.
Anyways, we are joined by the saltiest man on the earth, a man saltier than the Dead Sea. He's also a Scot, which means he loves all things Scottish. We're talking about Alex Haney. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Now, I just want to talk to you about an issue that is going on in Scotland right now, Alec.
Yes.
The wee haggis are being slaughtered.
Yes.
At an alarming rate.
Yeah, yes.
The poor wee haggis.
Yeah.
Yes. Poor wee haggis. I mean, it's getting to the point where we think that but they might actually go extinct, which is quite frightening.
That's not good.
I know.
Now, if you want to give to the Haggis Fund, you can send it to Big Shiny Matrix at paypal.com. And virtually none of that money will go to solving the problem. But cheap pop, right?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Basically, like any other major charity worldwide.
Pretty much. You make up a fake problem to send real money to the solution, and none of it fixes it. So it's just an endless cycle.
And just remember, guys, if you're trying haggis, don't eat the front legs. They're hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Ooh, that's good to know, Shane. Shane's going to be eating some front leg later.
Haggis already had some.
We are going to start off with a little house cleaning. We're going to start off with a little thing I like to call, well, simply just the news. From the four corners of the globe, from our studios to your home, this is FNN, the FN News Network, starring Canada Dry and the JFB. Now, I want to start before we even get into the news. How impressive was Seth Rollins' outfit last night when he came to the ring? Holy cow! That thing was enormous.
Yeah,
It kind of reminded me of Johnny Carson when he puts on the big turban and he does
the
it.
big turban, yes. We were watching it last night, me and Jess, and it was like, I'm like, that is the most impressive thing I think I've ever seen. Like, here's a guy who probably in real life is like shorts or like sweatpants, a t-shirt, something casual, and he comes out and what only can be described as Bob Mackey on acid. Like, this thing was just amazingly awesome to watch him try to get into the ring. Like, he had to bunch it all up so he can get into the ring and let it flow again. So,
you know, if anyone else wore it, you know, I was there, I'd yell, "You look stupid." But
yes.
if anyone else wore that would be the chant.
I mean, it was freaking impressive. I really like that Shane says, I think Bailey takes it. I don't know, man. I mean, you know, of course, it starts with, you know, what's your prediction for Iowa?
Well, let's hold up on these sort of things.
Let's slow down. Let's get to the news.
We'll get there.
We're gonna get there.
I thought we were getting quite rude there with Bailey taking Seth Rollins, and I was thinking, you know, that way you're going, well, you're like big booty. What's she taking?
Haney, did you like Seth Rollins' gear for the efforts?
Yeah, I mean, it's became part of him. You know, the big flamboyant thing. Obviously, Becky and him, come out with these big elaborate costumes. I think we're trying to one up each other. I remember seeing an interview, and they were talking about it, and Becky talking about how jealous. So it sounds like they don't actually tell each other what they're going to wear. It's almost like a competition to see who can get the most ridiculous. But they're hugely influenced by pop culture as well. I mean, both Becky and Seth have had like designs like are paying homage to like David Bowie or Elton John, or you know. So, but they're out there showing their fandom as well, which is really cool. You know.
Yeah.
Whoever's creating these costumes is a master. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's impressive. Let's get to the news. Let's talk about The Rock. The Rock says he has a few more future matches in store before he goes off to the Wild Blue Yonder, known as Hollyweird. He is going to be wrestling a few more matches. Now, that's not confirmed by Triple H, but the likelihood is we probably will see The Rock at least in some kind of storyline, as he's got to pick up the pieces for, you know, the eventual that's going to happen tonight. So apparently Tony Khan is upset with the interview CM Punk gave. And for those who don't know, he was on Ariel Hawaii's MMA Hour, talked a lot of trash about AEW, threw Tony Khan under the bus. So Tony Khan's come out and said that actually he has footage of All In and that he's going to show it on air on Dynamite this upcoming week. Now, everybody was like, oh, is this going to be like a bait and switch? According to Dave Meltzer, it's 100% accurate. He is going to show it. There's no reason for him not to. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this whole shebang going on between Punk and Tony Khan?
I'm blown away that they're going to do this.
I am too.
Like it's going to get some eyes on the product for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm almost wondering if all press is good press on this, or if it's going too negative. I don't know. Like, this could be good. This could go either way.
I mean, this could legitimately be like the time Geraldo Rivera was going to crack open Al Capone's vault that they found, and it turns out it's filled with like an empty bottle, and that's it. Like, that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to be, he's going to open up the vault. I mean, we're going to get an inside look. We're going to get a look at inside baseball, basically, is what we're going to see. And for good or bad, you know, realistically, we know that it's not going to paint Punk out in good conscience. You know,
the thing is they know what's on this tape, so they're like, well, if he's gonna, this is their outlook on it. If he's gonna come out and spew facts that weren't accurate from his side, we'll just show everyone what actually went down.
Yeah, the problem with Punk, and you know, I've got a different opinion on this. What was it? And you know, I said it in the chat way back when Tony came out afterwards, and what was it? Basically threw Punk under the bus on the sort of Dynamite in Chicago. You know, after the sort of All In. What was it? He obviously thought that was it. You know, what was it? And there's from both sides. There's lots of little digs on and off. I mean, the Young Bucks in particular are constantly alluding to it on their Twitter feed and their social media. It was, you know, little in jokes.
Yeah.
And the problem Tony's got is he can't take criticism. He doesn't take it well, you know. And this could totally backfire on him in terms of his own sort of. I mean, look what happened the last time people were hammering him on Twitter. He was responding, and he was.
I'm so glad, though, out of all this, that Tony has not typed up anything on Twitter over it.
Yeah,
that's my one thankful thing.
He can't come out and say anything because of stuff that's in place. You know, the issue that we've got is we know that Punk's got a tendency to say stuff that he can't back up. What was it? Back, you know, what was it? It's just how. Where does it stop? You know, what happens next week? Does Steele come out and his wife start talking about the story for defending Punk? You know, at the end of the day, everybody criticised me online for saying that the Adam Copeland thing was a bad idea. I know you liked it, Aaron, but it was embarrassing. I'll be honest with you. You know,
the one thing that this could end up being is very good TV. If WWE, if WWE comes out and does something else and it goes back and forth, this is provocative television.
I mean, it really is.
This is what the Monday Night Wars were built on. Like, say what you will, but this is intense TV. Like, people will tune in to watch.
Yeah,
I disagree. When you've got a fan base, one side of the fan base. Well, I mean, I took stick online for what I said about Adam Copeland, you know, and it was like, oh, he was out there trying to support all of wrestling, you know, and that it's not just about one company, WWE. Well, doing this, if this happens, is the exact opposite of that statement.
Well, I disagree because I think controversy equals cash.
Yes, but as Roddy Piper used to say, and I keep on alluding to this, you don't throw rocks at a man with a machine gun. But you try and take on a big corporation and a big machine like the WWE, who have got a huge fan base.
That's the thing that has against it, is that all the WWE fans that aren't in love with all of wrestling.
The best thing
come
to do,
against
the best thing to do is bury it. I mean, let's be fair. If we look at the scenario, most of what we've been told about the whole thing is true. Jim Cornette, alluded to it way back at the time, and I don't know how he knew, but he basically just said that Punk choked him out, you know, and nothing else, which I think is the case. Where Tony has to be careful is in any way it's shown to what Punk says, and Jack Perry's even been giving him an aggressive tone, you know, or being aggressive and getting into his face and getting into his chest. I don't condone violence, but you're provoking somebody who's known to have a short temper, you know. And for me, in the lead up to it, looking into it, why was Jack Perry there on Collision when Punk was told that none of the guys were going to be there?
Of course, that part makes sense.
Have the Bucks told Jack to go out and say what he says at all, and saying, "Well, we're the EVPs, we'll have your back," and then all of a sudden it's went backwards. At the end of the day, both scenarios, from the scrum and the all-in, all participants either should have been kept on or should have been fired. The problem is Tony's picked a side. He's picked his people he wants to side with, and this
I think the problem with the scrum was he was trying to play the nice guy with both.
Yeah.
After the all in scrum.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
But I know employment laws are different in the US, but in the UK, Punk would have a case against. Basically, he was being provoked. Hangman went out there and went into business for himself. They all admitted it themselves. Hangman admitted that he went out to do that, you know.
Yeah.
So, and then there's a lot of other things like online and things like that. You know, maybe it's because I've got a different mentality because of the employment laws over here.
All right, let's move on to the next news. We got lots to cover.
Let's do this. We had two feel-good stories last night, WrestleMania, and we touched upon it yesterday, last night. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but R-Truth is now a tag champion with the Miz. And the other feel-good one was Sami Zayn defeated Gunther. Now, before we did this pod, I was watching WrestleMania Night 1 with my beautiful person, Jess, and we were talking about who could possibly be the heel if Cody Rhodes wins. Who would be the likely heel to take up the mantle from Roman Reigns to take on Cody Rhodes? And it's pretty simple. I think it's going to be Gunther, because Gunther actually dropped the Intercontinental title to Sami Zayn last night after Sami Zayn took the beating of a lifetime. I haven't seen that guy toss around like a ragdoll since he was El Generico. Like, it was impressive as hell. It's expected Drew McIntyre is going to stay in WWE. That's what Sean Sapp is saying. That's what everybody
was champion for the Mark of the Beast. What? I didn't even realize this.
Oh my God! Really? Is it 666 days? I gotta look this up.
That is nuts.
Because I can tell you this: I have actually bought stuff at a store to not make it end up at 666, like $6.66. Like I'm like, oh hey, I need a pack of gum too, even though because I don't want 666. My God,
I left the tip just to increase. I was the service was terrible, but it came out to 666. And I was like, I'll just add a little bit more here.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take I'm gonna just take this because that just makes more sense. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, but I googled it. Well, I'm looking at it right now, Dollywood. But
I
anyway,
think we can trust Hollywood on this.
yeah. But it's
She's one of our field reporters. She knows what she's talking about.
yeah, that's true. She does know what she's talking about. Let's get to our next one. WWE is going to be adding a new belt for those who watch Stand and Deliver NXT's pay per view. Yes, 666 is a sign of a bad karma. It is bad mojo, my friends. They are introducing the NXT Women's North American Championship. Basically, it's the North American belt, but in white. Canada Dry, go ahead and tell us your thoughts on the North American belt for the ladies.
Well, I'm just so sick of WWE ripping off AEW League.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Tiffany Trim, she went to NXT and told them all about our North American Championship, and they blatantly ripped it off. I can't believe it.
So she's right. I don't know if you can see that. 666 days. Ugh, that's not good. That's not good for Gunther. That's not good. There's a good chance we're gonna that guy's gonna have a string of bad.
Well, technically he's defended it in Saudi Arabia, so it's 669.
Okay.
By Hogan logic.
We'll take
Yes, he traveled around the world so fast. He went back in time like Superman.
So Allegheny, what do you think about the new belt for NXT?
They don't. I mean, they don't need a new belt, but I get why they're doing it, because obviously the NXT's had a North American belt for the men for a long time at Canada Dry, so it's only fair that the women have one.
We had it first.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
All I gotta say is this.
No, you didn't. What's this? I've never seen you on any AEW show. Oh, here comes Aaron.
No. Not AEW. AFW. AFW. So we are AFW.
Woo! Yeah.
So we. And if you weren't such what do you call it, a hootenanny,
yeah,
you would be back in AFW League defending your real DTW championship.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
No, just saying.
Such a coochie.
So let's go to our next one.
Hootenanny is the word of the day.
my favorite thing in April, besides the start of Major League Baseball, of course, is the NFL draft. WWE has a draft, and it's going to be coming around in about a month or so, according to good old Triple H, Paul Levesque, as he says that they will be having their annual draft starting in about a month or so. So, yeah,
it's a way to fix the rosters, but I'm not a huge fan of this.
Yeah, either am I. So apparently, so for those who watch Stand and Deliver, WWE doesn't. NXT is a women's show with a men's division. I think it's cool getting a new belt. I mean, not really not that far off, Tiff, and not that far off at all. So WWE has this tradition of putting faces of wrestlers from other promotions in the stands or in the seats during matches. For those who don't know who Julia is, first of all, it's spelled Giulia, Julia. She is probably one of the greatest women wrestlers wrestling in Stardom. She is a free agent. The talk is that she is signed tentatively with WWE for a developmental deal where she will start in NXT. She will not come to the main roster, even though I think that's a mistake because that girl can wrestle like there's no tomorrow. But she has other commitments. So for those who don't remember the whole debacle with Stardom, the guy who started Stardom was voted out. He was ceremoniously fired. He's starting his other promotion. Julia said that she would be there to help get it established, and then she will, of course, jump ship to WWE. Kind of dry. Have you seen Julia? And are you?
I'm not, but I'm looking forward to it. And if she's as good as everyone says she is, she won't be in NXT long.
No. She'll be in NXT for like a hot minute. Mr. Haney, your thoughts?
She is awesome.
Yeah.
She is a massive get. She will be headlining WrestleMania within 2 years.
Is she on Oscar's level?
What was it? Whoa. Don't go as far as that.
Crazy.
No, it was a question. Like, you decide. I'm asking you.
Just not quite yet. What was it? With the stuff that Oscar had done before she went to the sort of WWE. Oscar would never have been in Stardom anyway, because Oscar preferred the traditional style of wrestling and didn't like the women's style. And basically, Stardom was created to blacklist Oscar out of the wrestling world in Japan. So she created her own sort of little company.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go to KO. So KO was asked recently at a press conference his thoughts on CM Punk. Now, CM Punk's back in WWE. This is exactly what KO has to say. We don't have a relationship. We are not each other's type of people. Yeah, I mean, KO has been very vocal about CM Punk over the years, that he does not like him at all. So I see with my eye a possible KO Punk feud coming up relatively soon. So
I don't know. Maybe this is a legit comment.
Yeah, I mean,
because
KO is
he doesn't hold back the punches. He's got that truthism, I guess, about him.
Yeah, he's basically a more rotund version of the CM Punk. He says what's on his mind, and is not afraid of the repercussions that may come from said converse. So AEW had a release of several talents, one of them being the Boys. For those who don't know who the Boys are, they are the escorts for One Dalton Castle. Now, Tony Khan came out and said that the reason why they were let go is because they missed multiple shows. They have retorted back and said that's not the case, and this has been going back and forth nonstop. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the releases that we had from AEW, which were not really big names anyways, and the Boys retorting back saying that that wasn't the case. They missed shows.
I think the releases are good.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, obviously it's nice to get a check, but if you're not being used, then your star power is going down.
Yeah.
You need to be out there booking, working in indie shows and doing what you got to do for other people to notice you. So, I would have preferred Tony Khan to just say, to just give a non-answer. He's like, yeah, what can I tell you? They're released.
Yeah.
Like, that's as simple as this. You don't need to give reasons.
Mr. Haney, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's sort of, I agree with Canada Dry. He shouldn't have said a thing. It's sort of come back to bite him in the bum a little bit, because they've put out some sort of like text messages and things like that to back up what they're saying, So
it could be that he was just confused about it, because
the guy's a busy guy. I mean, to be fair, he's got people sort of. Everybody says Tony's running everything, but he probably has an HR team. What was it? Feeding them data and things like that. So he's got to make the decisions on what they tell him. And sometimes these things happen. Like, to give you an example, I was made redundant and they realised that they couldn't get rid of me, so they had to give me a redundancy and then bring me on as a contractor. So they
tried
to fire you. How dare they?
I know.
What are they thinking?
What would they want to get rid of you?
I think it was because of my insubordination.
Oh, that's probably it.
It's the saltiness
You
that
can't
got
really insubordinate anymore.
That was just. What was it? They were restructuring the business and they were moving to different places, which I didn't want to go to. So, yeah.
Well, speaking of another fan, another member of CM Punk's fan club, Tony Schiavone, who has an amazing podcast, was on, and Conrad asked him about, CM Punk and about the incident and his relationship, and the fact that Punk called out Schiavone on the Ariel Helwani show. Schiavone says this: he doesn't give a shit about Punk, and that if he wants to talk, let him. I love Tony Schiavone. I just love Tony Schiavone. So the next one.
Can I just say how much of a slime ball Conrad is, because he's on with Eric Bischoff doing the exact opposite,
Oh, yeah, playing both sides, trying to get he is a slime ball.
I don't that stuff like that just annoys me. Don't be a scumbag.
So for those who Ronda Rousey used to wrestle for WWE. She ceremoniously left, very bitter about her time in WWE. She's mentioned Vince multiple times as a big reason why she left. She also mentioned one of the writers and one of the producers by the name of Drew Gulak. Now, according to her, Drew Gulak was tugging at her drawstrings on her pants, and that made her feel uncomfortable. And Drew Gulak came out yesterday on Twitter and said that touching her drawstrings was an accident. He brushed against them. It was not on purpose. With everything, it's a link to a bad culture in WWE when women wrestlers and female employees are constantly stating the same things over and over and over and over again. And speaking of which, Nick Khan was asked on a presser what he thought about Vince McMahon allegations. He said that the allegations were horrific and have to be taken serious. When he was asked about the allegations against him, all of a sudden he was just quiet. He was just like, I got nothing to say. Obviously, with an investigation that's happening currently right now with Janelle Grant suing WWE and Vince McMahon, obviously he can't say anything. He's an officer. But let's go to Alex Haney first. Haney, what are your thoughts on this whole shebang?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's strange. What was it? Our second run definitely wasn't as good as our first run. What was it? So you've got to take it. You've got to take it at face value what she says, and you've got to think like Drew Lack coming out and saying what he did. I mean, that's fair. He put his hand out, you know. But what did he do? Put his left hand in, left hand out. If he was tugging on the string, he was tugging on the string, you know.
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't see how it's possible to shake someone's hand, and accidentally tug on their drawstrings.
You know, I mean these although they're bulky women, these women are quite small. You know, what was it called? What was it? If you try and sort of logically do it, I mean, how's it possible? You know, it doesn't make sense. Like, how would you? Yeah, especially these sort of yoga pants that they wear. You know, how? You know, but Ronda's selling a book as well. So what was it called? So it's quite interesting, you know, and. What was it? But we have got to be careful. Was it on sort of both sides? Because sometimes stuff can come out that it's not true, like Amber Heard, you know. But that as I keep on saying to people about the Amber Heard thing, she won her case in the UK and lost it in the States, you know. So what's right and what's wrong? You know,
Absolutely.
so
I'm hearing someone's backstage right now. We're gonna bring them in.
What could it be?
Caleb Bain, how you doing, good buddy? What's going on?
Caleb!
How you guys doing?
Are you excited for WrestleMania Night 2?
I am really excited, but night 2 was when the heat.
So what is your reason for calling in today?
If Cody wins, I want my ex-girlfriend back.
Ooh.
Oh, so you think that maybe she'll take you back if Cody Rhodes wins?
Yes, sir.
Intriguing.
What if Cody Rhodes loses? Like,
It's okay. I just love all my friends.
yeah. So you're not going to give up if Cody loses.
No, I would fight for her.
That you got to fight for the woman. Wait a second, I'm here backstage. Someone else is here. Hey, Caleb Jackson. Whoa, she's looking good today.
how are you boys doing today?
Wow, that is quite the swimsuit, Caleb Zex.
Oh, thank you very much. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Wow.
Doing good.
I think I've seen you on Instagram a few times there.
People sending me weird messages on Facebook Messenger.
Hi, was it Caleb's ex-girlfriend? I have a question for you. Yeah, go ahead, shoot. Is it true that you have a stinky coochie? Sometimes, especially after working out.
Now, so Caleb has said, let's see what your thoughts on this. If Cody Rhodes wins tonight, he's hoping you'll take him back.
Okay, I will agree to that. Cody Rhodes not only has to win tonight, but Caleb also has to buy me a WWE replica women's title on top of that, too.
Oh! Are you willing to buy this beautiful woman a woman's replica title belt?
Yes, one time, the Raw or SmackDown one was the tip.
Oh.
So I have another question.
Both.
Do you guys have Nando's? Where do you come from?
Yes, Nando's is very delicious.
I think Caleb owes you a sort of night out at Nando's as well. Not just a
I
belt.
actually, I really think he needs to make it up to me at Outback Steakhouse again.
Outback Steakhouse is very good.
I mean, that's true. I mean, really, I mean, if he gets you that World Championship belt and he puts it on you, for you to be able to put that belt off for him again, he really needs to be treating you well.
And when Cody wins, Caleb Zach, you got to give him a big, wet, sloppy kiss.
Yeah.
I will definitely give him a kiss as long as he pushes my stool in once and for all.
Yes, I will.
Caleb, I think your mom's calling you. You better go. We'll see you later. Caleb's mom was called. All right, Caleb's ex, thank you so much. And yeah, he's looking good.
WrestleMania Day. Love you guys.
Yay.
It's like a morning radio show, I'm telling you. Holy crap. All right, guys, we are at the end of the news, which means it's time for us to get to the good old main event. You better, yeah. I mean, blooming onion, you can't beat it.
Oh, those blooming onions are good.
Right, I can eat a whole one by myself. That's how awesome those things are. Anyways, let's get to our main event of the evening.
Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's night 2 of WrestleMania, which means that we have to make our predictions. And we're joined by the lunatic herself.
Hello.
He's got Mountain Dew drinking.
I don't have Mountain Dews today.
Why don't you have any Mountain Dew? Like, you gotta appear with the can. Like, if I'm Canada Dry, you got to appear with the can.
I don't have any Mountain Dews.
Oh, you're fresh out, right? You must
I'm
be in a bad
actually
mood.
out.
You must be in a bad mood.
Not yet,
Oh, and Shane,
but I will be.
Mountain Dew socks.
Shane, go on somewhere else.
All right, so let's go to our first match. We have 6 confirmed matches for night 2 of WrestleMania. And the first one that we have is, of course, Seth Rollins and taking on Drew McIntyre for the WWE World's Heavyweight title. Go with Canada Dry first. Canada Dry, who are you taking in this pivotal opening match?
Okay, what's the opening match?
I think it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for Seth's belt.
Wow, what a big opening match.
Yeah.
They set it up nicely for Drew to win. So I think Drew's going to win it. Hopefully Priest won't cash in, and Drew will have his big Mania moment. That's what I'm hoping, because I absolutely love. So yeah.
All right, let's go with Luna.
I'm taking Drew, and I'm with Canada that I hope Priest does not cash in. I think that Drew was too overdue. And this is where I have a problem with Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Because you run this event and you get them to cash in.
God.
Hello?
That's
Time no see.
Sorry. Please keep going, Luna.
And you build up all these people, and then the briefcase is a waste, and because you're wasting the other person too.
Yep.
So yeah, I hope that does not happen.
Go to Haney.
Yeah, I think the same's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. I thought it was going to happen with Sammy. I've still got this. I've got this awful feeling that's going to happen with Drew, or Sammy's going to have a short IT run. Just a gut feeling I've got about it. I thought it was going to be last night, but they obviously didn't go with it. So,
Didn't Drew get re-signed though?
Folks, he has. He's on. I mean, he's there.
That's the rumor. I don't know. There's always false reports going out though.
Yeah.
He's there to at least June, because he's front and centre for it was at the Clash at the Castle poster. So, and he's been sort of listed. So if he's not there, then
Drew's the biggest star he's been since he was WWE champion. So
yeah. All right, let's go to Dolly.
I was bamboozled getting in here, and I did not know that I was going to be on for this one. So I don't know what y'all are talking about.
We're talking about Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre for Seth's belt.
Oh. Seth's going to win. It should be Drew. Drew's amazing, but Seth's going to win. You don't spend that much money on costumes and outfits and not retain.
There you go. I'm on the same boat with you, Dolly. Here's the deal. Drew already had his WrestleMania moment. He had it in the middle of COVID. He doesn't need to have another WrestleMania moment. What he does need, however, though, is we need a way for Seth Rollins to get out so he can heal up. I don't think Seth's going to win, but I think Damian Priest is going to win. I think he's going to cash in halfway through the match. It's going to become a 3-way. Damian Priest pins Drew McIntyre, gives Seth Rollins the time off. He doesn't lose. So when Seth comes back, he can go after the belt again and say, I never lost the belt in the first place.
I was a bit disappointed last night that he didn't run in during the Rhea Ripley match, because he steals most of her costumes anyway. So
I can hardly hear Haney. Why is it I can hear everyone else but him?
He's very
because I'm so softly spoken. It's my. It's my
He's so soft spoken and gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the rest of you guys hear him.
Oh, I hear him.
We got super hearing.
I can't make out anything he's saying right now.
All right, so I think Damian Priest is going to take it. I think it's a cash in. I think he takes it. Seth takes his few months off to actually heal. Drew McIntyre, because of the contract issue at this point, I think it's safe to put it in Damian Priest's hand and then go ahead.
I'm going to go as far as to say,
yeah,
I'm not that. This is my lock of the night for Drew McIntyre to win the belt.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not saying that Priest won't cash in, but for sure Seth will lose.
Okay. That's a lock. I got you locked in. All right, let's go to our second match. We got a tag team match. We got a 6-man tag team match. We're talking about Bobby Lashley. We're going to talk about Angelo Dawkins. We're going to talk about Bianca Belair's husband, Montez Ford, which, by the way, I'm just going to say this. Their show, the reality show that Bianca and Montez has, I love it. One of my favorite shows of all time. I absolutely love it. Those two are freaking hilarious. And they're going to be taking on, Karrion Kross, Akon, and Razor. I'm going to go with Dollywood first. Who are you taking in the 6-man tag?
I will never bet against Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I love him. I'm one of the few people that loves him. I love him. So always Bobby Lashley. I don't care who his team is.
Yeah. Lunatic, your turn.
I'm not sure on this one at all. I am still racking my brain to who I think will win this.
Flip a coin. Pick one. Just pick one.
You always want to go against me. So
Yeah, just go against her.
Okay. I'll vote opposite.
Okay. Going with Karrion Kross.
I don't know. I'm just playing.
Plus, you think their manager's hot.
Huh?
Plus, you think their manager's hot.
I do.
Who's their manager?
Paul Ellering.
Yeah, Paul Ellering.
She has a crush on Paul Ellering.
I love Paul. I think he's awesome.
Paul Ellering. All right. Let's look at this to make sure.
Hey, it's her taste. Beauty is beauty.
That's fun. He's literally 70 years old, but you do, you girl.
Age is just a number.
Yeah, age is just a number.
Age is just a number.
Well, I'd rather see the number.
I just think he's strangely hot.
Hey, I don't think we should ever yuck someone else's yum. So,
yeah, as somebody whose giant celebrity crush is Colt Cabana, I have no room to talk.
Yeah, you got nothing to say.
I had a crush on Colt Cabana. I've always liked Colt.
You guys can have the Colt Cabana Crush Club.
He's so funny.
Let's go.
I've liked him since I was 11 years old. So,
okay.
But remember, if you ever meet Colt Cabana and you end up in a relationship, you're going to have a 3-way bank account with his mother.
The last time I was in Chicago, I carried around this card right here, this Colt Cabana card, the entire time, just in case I met him, so that he could sign it, and I didn't meet him.
I heard they stole Trent and his mom gimmick off of Colt Cabana. They're like, we could use this for Trent.
Trent's mom probably not too happy with what Trent's been up to, but let's go with Alex Haney. Haney, who are you taking in this match?
I want sort of Lashley and the Street Profits to sort of win because I'm a big fan of all the guys, but I feel like it's going to be the other way just because where they've came from and where the storyline is at the moment. They need that big win. If Karrion Kross doesn't get that win, he's finished in the WWE. He needs something to get him over a bit, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault. I'm not blaming Karrion Kross because I think he's an absolute talent, as is his wife.
Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to say Bobby Lashley. I love Bobby Lashley. I love this formation of this faction. It's working really well. I like that B-Fab was able to kind of slide in and be the female presence for that faction. It's good times for Bobby Lashley. I know he's talked about being handcuffed creatively lately. I know he's frustrated, but I like how this is working for him. And I think that they can be a dominant, decent, good guy faction. Canada Dry, your turn, my friend.
You know, everyone talks about R-Truth being the ageless wonder.
Yeah.
Freaking Bobby Lashley is also an ageless wonder. This guy
Like,
looks like he could be in his 20s.
Yeah.
He looks the same as he did
Like,
years and years ago.
what fountain of youth does this guy swim in?
Black
The
don't
same
crack.
one I did.
Well, maybe you could help us out and give the location to the rest of us. So yeah, definitely. I'm going with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I like Dollywood. I love Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley is freaking awesome. I love it.
You know what? I didn't like Bobby Lashley for years. He was never my taste until the Hurt Business.
Yeah.
And I still like him now. I'm the same way, but for some reason I can't get behind him ever until the Hurt Business.
I used to love those memes of the Hurt Business dressed up like the Hearts.
Yeah. The Heart Business.
And it's too bad that they did not carry on to Hurt Business.
Yeah.
I loved the Hurt Business. It was a good fashion.
Now, I want to remind everybody before we go to the next match that there is a lock of the night. This is the one that you're sure of, so don't forget to use your lock.
I got my lock in.
You got his lock in. He blew it on the first match. So we're going to go to our third match. It's going to be L.A. Knight. Yeah! He's taking on the Timeless Wonder. He's like 85 years old. It's AJ Styles. They're going for a blood feud here. Lunatic, you go first. Who are you going with?
This one still, I have been a hard time choosing.
Okay, how about we go to Dollywood and you can go last so you can choose.
Well, I still went.
You got time to make a choice. It's a prediction show.
I chose LA Knight.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But I still doubt it.
Let's go with Dolly. Dolly, who are you taking?
I want AJ Styles to win, but I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah.
I'm such a big AJ Styles fan. But sorry. I love him, but I don't think he's going to win against LA Knight.
Yeah. Let's go with Mr. Haney.
It's got to be LA Knight, 100%. Because Fiona would kill me otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be Knight. Okay. Let's go with Canada Dry. Canada Dry, who are you taking?
I think AJ Styles is at the very, very back end of his career. I don't know if he even makes it to another Mania.
Yeah.
Don't believe that hype and all that storytelling.
He said he's looking to retire. So,
well, shit, me too. But here I am.
When did he say that he was going to retire?
Based on this alone, I'm going with LA Knight for his big WrestleMania moment. AJ Styles, he's done it all. Championships galore. He can afford to take the L.
Yep. I'm going with my master lock of the night. LA Knight is my lock.
All right. Lock of the night. You guys got to get this lock of the nights in.
I didn't expect everyone here to go with Knight. I thought I might have been staying alone.
Now, I think LA Knight the problem is you're right. AJ's mentioned on podcasts, on multiple occasions that he is getting ready to retire. He wants to spend time with his family. He wants to see his kids. He wants to see his wife. He wants to enjoy country living in Georgia.
He wants to continue building that arcade video game collection.
Yeah. So naturally, LA Knight, he needs that WrestleMania moment because that guy was super red hot. He's kind of cooled off a little bit. There's no better way to get him back on the hot side and turning up the heat than giving him the win at WrestleMania. So let's go to match number 4. Man, we're motoring through these. We got Logan Paul. Yeah. We got Randy Orton, not Dirty Randy, not Randy Stanicki, Randy Orton. And we got
that's the Nicky movie. funny movie.
I love that movie. That movie is hilarious.
Cena
And
has
he's also, we also have a three-way. So it is Kevin Owens for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. Alex Haney, you go first.
I was just thinking about John Cena coming down as Ricky Sterecki.
That would be funny. Ricky
was
Sterecki's the new U.S. champion.
This one, what was it? Is interesting. I think with the sponsorship and what Logan is, I don't think it's time to take that championship off him. I think they're going to give him the big win. You know, what was it called? But then again, I wouldn't be mad if KO or Orton win this one because I'm big fans of them both. This one's a difficult one, but I'll go with Logan Paul.
We're going with Logan Paul. All right. Let's go with Canada Dry.
Yes, I'm back in. I was originally going with Randy Orton for this one.
Yeah.
But after Sami Zayn's win yesterday, I would love it if Kevin Owens won U.S. title and they show off their championships together and just make this big show together. It would be so cool. As Kevin Owens is going to the ring, you see Sami Zayn tell me he can do it. That would be so cool. So I'm going with Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, all right.
By the way, I forgot to mention how cool was Sami Zayn's intro last night, just with the camera behind him and just following him. That was just awesome.
Oh, that was badass. I love that. That was some good Triple H directing, that camera. Oh my God, it's showtime.
Hello.
Hey, did you see how hot Caleb's ex-girlfriend was?
She's pretty decent, I'll have to say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, let's go with
Rebecca's just like shaking her.
JFB is going next. Here's what JFB has to say. I think it's going to be Kevin Owens. I think it only makes sense. They share that moment between the two guys who have known each other pretty much their entire wrestling lives. Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen versus, and having El Generico, Sami Zayn, both champions on each different brand, I think is absolutely amazing. I'm going with KO. I think the U.S. title for Randy Orton is beneath him. He needs to be in the world title picture. He's gone for almost a year and a half. You need to bring him back. You need to give him that belt. Get him to number 16 so he is part of that history of WWE. So I'm going with Kevin Owens. Let's go with Dollywood.
Well, I think that they all three kind of deserve it for different reasons. Logan Paul doesn't deserve anything but like a swift kick to the nuts. But they all three have, a viable chance for it. But I think that the two of you are right. And it's going to be Kevin Owens.
All right. She's going with KO. Let's go with Lunatif.
I regret what I put on the form for predictions. Now,
who did you pick, by the way?
I picked Orton.
I did too.
So we're all screwed. Yay. Anyway, I guess I gotta go with KO now.
I was just going to say, I wonder, what's happened to Orton as well? Does Riddle leave his stash? Was it behind backstage? Because he's like a total, he was doing an interview with Punk and he was like, dude. It's like, it's getting on your label, Shane, with the baked.
Yeah. Let's go with Shane.
Yeah, actually, right when I heard you guys talking about this topic, I had to call in right here and then. Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing my Cody Crybaby shirt for tonight.
I need to find my Cody Road shirt. I should wear it.
I was honestly leaning towards Logan Paul way before it all. I'm like, oh yeah, the Prime sponsorship, yada yada yada. What was it? SummerSlam's going into Ohio, his home town, and all that crap. But moment I saw that whole entrance with Sami Zayn yesterday with Kevin Owens standing right there before, I think that's gonna get recreated tonight with Sami Zayn standing there waiting for Owens to make his way out. And I really don't want to compare this moment because one of the people was a piece of crap, but I think that it's going to be them having an Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit moment with both of them having the belts, hugging each other and all that. Like, I really, really see that moment happening now because those two guys, let's face it, been a workhorse for the WWE a long time. Even when they've not gotten proper stories, no belts, they could have easily deflected to their best friends over in California for AEW. So, no, I honestly think that this is going to be Kevin Owens' night, and those guys are going to share it.
And they're known for doing WrestleMania moments, which this would be a cool WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
Well, and then it'd be kind of like a back-to-back WrestleMania moments for both guys, doing the tag teams and then winning these belts the next year together, right? So,
yeah, absolutely.
And next year, win the world.
Yeah.
How was Sammy's ringside? He really did well tonight, selling the whole drama of the match.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep on going.
All right, let's go to our fifth match. We're talking about the ladies.
Y'all, stop vaping.
You're giving her a headache. We got the fifth match. It's the ladies' turn. The ladies' night, if you will. We're talking Io Sky. We're talking Sandwich Pants Bailey. I want to know who you think is taking away the SmackDown Women's title. So I'm going to go with Shane first.
it's going to be an unpopular opinion to the Japanese ladies that have been in the chat room. But I think it's Bailey. And hey, I'm half Japanese, but I'm still have to say, no, I think it's Bailey. I think this is going to be the big Bailey moment. All the other women from the original Four Horsemen faction, including Sasha, even though she's gone now, have all had pretty major WrestleMania moments.
Yeah.
Bailey hasn't quite had that moment yet. And I think this is the time that they're going to give her a moment, especially giving her the Royal Rumble win and all that. So,
absolutely.
Is this your lock of the night?
I have a serious question.
You know what? I'll go with this will be my lock of the night.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Serious question.
All right.
John.
What?
Can you?
If you could turn your mic up a bit.
Yeah. Serious question for Sean. Which half of you is Japanese?
It's definitely not the. It's definitely the bottom half.
Woo! Woo! All right, guys, let's move on. Canada Dry, you go next.
I'm going to keep it quick and simple. Bailey deserves her moment. Go Bailey.
Okay. Let's go with the JFB. Oh, that's me. I'm going with Bailey. She needs a WrestleMania moment more than she needs better pants. She needs better pants. And
those sandwich pants, they've evolved, but they still need to go.
They're horrible. It's just like, how many pastrami sandwiches can you fit in your pants? 10. That's how many. Big, huge pockets for a sandwich.
It's an awesome pastrami sandwich, though.
Yeah, you know, it would have been funny. Like she's in a match, she's like, eats a sandwich and gets strength and just starts kicking ass.
She's like a PB&J, and the next thing you know, she's like, da, 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 like let's go,
Triple H, if you're watching this.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I like looking from behind on Bailey wearing pants.
Oh yeah.
Let's go with Haney next. Haney, who you taking, brother?
Well, as they say when she's in the UK, they sing, "Hey Bailey, ooh, I want to know."
Hey Bailey.
All right. He's going with the Bailey as well. Let's go with Lunatif.
I chose Bailey.
All right. I think this is consensus. Unless there's some devious, dark, sidious forces infiltrating Dollywood's brain. Who are you taking?
I do not turn my back on my heritage, and Bailey and I both have similar bottom halves. So I like Bailey.
Is anyone making their lock of the night on this one other than Shane?
I think I will put that in my lock of the night as well. I think that was the one I'm looking forward to. I hope we get the inflatables as well, but was it as a big celebration?
The Bailey buddies. Bring them back, yeah.
So now are we gonna have Mercedes Benz standing high in the rafters and people taking pictures of her while she's
That
watching?
would be great. Yeah, Mercedes Monet would be great in the.
He very well could be there. So,
How awesome would it be if Izzy ran down and cost her the bell? She's a that would be so cool.
All right, guys, we've come up to our main event. Last night.
Now, you two both need your lock of the night now, so you got it on the Cody
I
match.
think this is their lock.
Yeah,
But anyways,
this is
I
my
digress. Last night, the Bloodline, The Rock, the final boss, Roman Reigns, your Universal, undisputed world champion, took on Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. They defeated them, which means it's a Bloodline rules. Bloodline rules, which means anything goes. Roman Reigns, your champ. Cody Rhodes, your challenger. Canada Dry, you go first. Who are you taking?
Well, I was talking to Cody Rhodes the other day, and he wanted me to go in there. And I'm like, Cody, no. You earned this for your WrestleMania. Yeah, he earned the opportunity. I said, no, Cody, stop giving away the opportunity. You did this to The Rock. You're doing it to me. Don't. He's like, you're right. You're right.
I've got to call you out in your crap there at Canada Dry because I live with Cody and all he says is ruff, ruff.
Yeah, that's the wrong Cody. That's the dog Cody. But yeah, Cody is going to finish the story. It's going to be this iconic Daniel Bryan-like moment. And WWE needs these moments. It's going to be cool.
Okay. I'm going to go to Lunatif.
Cody.
All right.
And that's my luck of the night.
Ah, that's a shocker.
Let me just add that I would like to see Priest cash in unsuccessfully against Cody.
No.
You know what? I if he cashes in tonight, I really don't see him doing it on anybody but probably the U.S. title.
If Priest cashes in tonight and walked away with that belt, it's finished because it's going to be bad heat completely,
Or let's go with Showtime, the Shane experience, if you will. Shane, who are you taking in this match?
It's gonna be Cody's gonna be taking the strap at the end of the night.
Yeah.
But I think with the way the Bloodline rules, we're gonna have one match of the eras where we're good. That set up last week with Rock beating Cody up out in the buses, and you see the semi trailer with Stone Cold and John Cena.
Yeah,
I think those guys are gonna be in it. I think what?
Sorry.
I honestly think those guys are going to be there tonight. I think once it starts getting out of hand and the Bloodline goes in, I all of a sudden see all Cena and Stone Cold making the save. And who knows? Maybe if Priest tries to cash in after Cody wins the match, Stone Cold gives Priest the stunner after he cashes the title in, and then fucking
I like this idea. We know Dustin isn't going to be there because he's got a world non-title match against Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
I just noticed that. Yeah, I just saw that. That's a pretty cool announcement.
And that promo by Samoa Joe, that was really good.
Yeah, that was amazing. Let's go to Haney. I'm curious what Haney is going to pick.
Well, somebody just stole exactly what I was going to say, but I was the first to say it in the chat, and everybody laughed at me.
You say that you say we're always laughing at you. We barely laugh at you.
Yeah, but I'm always
Not
right.
for yourself.
Sorry? What did you say?
I told Aaron to speak for himself that we barely laugh at you. I'm just speaking for Alex.
Don't worry, Doug. We laugh about you every day on the chat.
And I'm just saying,
Oh,
listen, I'm asking for it. This accent, I'm asking for it. It's fine.
I love both of your accents. Like I like talking like
I like
Dollywood,
Dolly's accent.
and then I like talking like Alex Haney. I love them both, and I love Lunative's accent too.
Fiona loved your accent as well, Dollywood, because when we met in in London, she says it like talking to her, like she's a big Golden Girls fan, so she loves that southern accent. So
I'm nothing if I'm not
Golden
blanched.
Girls. Sorry.
Oh, I'm nothing if I'm not blanched. I don't...
I'm going to go next. Here's how I see it. I think Shane's pretty much on the nose. I think it's going to be Cody. Seth Rollins is going to be too tired. He's going to be too injured from the Drew McIntyre match. He's not going to be able to provide backup. But there's more than just 3 people in the bloodline.
Yeah.
Which means that I think Tama Tonga makes his debut for WWE because the man is a free agent. The word is he has already signed on the dotted line. But this is the night for Cody to finish his story. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, if Roman Reigns was to win, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. But this is Cody's night. This is the showcase of the immortals. And no better way to immortalize Cody Rhodes and the Rhodes family than to give him the belt that he rightfully deserves.
Now, let me just ask you quickly, Jeppy. Do you think there's a chance that Rock could retaliate for that spear yesterday?
Very possible, yes.
It's slim possibility.
Slim possibility, yeah. I mean, I love Tonga. I would love to see Tama in some way, shape, or form be involved with it, with his Samoan heritage as well.
I heard a rumor that Paul Heyman reached out to Marty McFly and the Grand Chief Peter Maivia is going to be there. The DeLorean's going back as we speak to get him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Yeah. The one thing that sort of concerns me about this is that Cody was never intended to be champion at this WrestleMania. The Hogan thing, the Hogan record was a big thing up until.
But the thing is that he wouldn't break Hogan's record coming up because he didn't hold the WWE champion. He held the Universal.
We'll see.
That's just semantics. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody goes,
it is semantics. They would find a way around it.
Yeah.
No, not even that. I mean, everybody goes for like Bruno Sammartino was like a 3,000-day champion. He's into a little tip. None of them were champions. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick.
It's a prop. Damn it.
Championship.
I mean, in all honesty, WWE is a revisionist company. They revise their history when it's convenient for them, and they've done it before, and they will do it again.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it that they're going to say he's been champ longer than Hogan. It's historic. I mean, the guy's been a champ for what, 4 or 5 years? I mean, that's ridiculous.
And let's just bring up one thing about Roman as well. And I was sharing it in the chat beforehand. He's still fighting leukemia, and he's taking a chemotherapy medication on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason why he's not wrestling as often.
Yeah, that could be. And he could be taking some time off after this to just focus on getting a little bit better.
Because he's got young girls at home, and he wants to have that time with his family as well. Especially if you're successful at that, you want to do everything for your family. So I think just that's one thing The Rock gets criticised for as well. Looking at about doing this and that for his family, showing off.
Yeah,
that's what we do for family and friends. If you're in that situation.
Yeah,
Rock, be my buddy.
We didn't get Dollywood's pick, did we?
Yeah, there's only one person left in this whole shebang, and that's our girl Dolly. Hollywood, I know you're a huge Roman Reigns fan. I know you're a huge Roman Reigns fan. Are you going to be able to overlook this beautiful love you have for that Samoan bastard and make the right pick? Go for it.
It was a hard one to go against Roman Reigns. But
this is your lock of the night.
This is my lock of the night. Yes, that Cody will finish his story And you know what? I just love the comparison that I made in my head when you were talking about the WWE loves to rewrite history. Well, obviously Cody's going to be the pick for tonight since he's such a patriot, and so does America. America loves to rewrite our history too.
America.
America, suck it.
Shut up, Shane, you're Canadian.
Oh my God, guys, we are at the end of the show. And as always, multiple ways to support the show. You can write us a big, fat, stinking podcast check. All you got to do is go to Big Shiny Matrix on hotmail.com, type in a few numbers, bigger. Yeah, that right about there. Yeah, 7
And remember, all this money goes to help the wee haggis in Scotland.
Type in a few numbers. Bigger. Yeah, that right.
Sorry.
I was like, whoa.
We need big numbers. So if you want to write us a 7-figure check, you want to make it ceremoniously like one.
Oh, yeah, we got a 7-figure check. We're having a special guest every week.
Oh, yeah.
we're bringing them all in.
A big fat check. The JFB, Canada Dry, and maybe Allegheny might fly down to accept that check on behalf of the All Effing Wrestling Show.
And we'll have big WWE, AEW stars every week.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you can if you don't have 7 figures just laying around in your living room like you're lighting your cigars with $1,000 bills, you can always go ahead and make small little comments in YouTube at a $1, $2.
Why does this feel like a television evangelist? Just touch that screen. Touch that screen. Thank you. You will receive the money.
I mean, the other thing as well, I mean, we appreciate stuff with monetary value as well. So if you've got a really expensive family heirloom that you no longer want,
we'll accept your stuff.
Jesus wants you to give the JFK.
Oh, that's funny.
You need a jet, a G5, so we can fly around the world and preach the All Effing Wrestling Show to all the kids in Africa who don't have the ability to listen to our podcast because they ain't got phones.
You got Uncle Baby Billy right here.
Baby Billy. Oh, it's time to play some Bible bumpers.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
You know what? We should do Bible bumpers one day on the All Left and Right Show.
Oh my God, anyways, if you want to show other ways of supporting the show, you can. Well, you can do one of two things. You can go ahead and buy a shirt and then take a picture and send it to us so that we know you bought it. Shirts like, say, I don't know, the All Effing Wrestling shirt, the show shirt. Maybe you want to go with the original, the OG shirt. That's right. We're talking about an Italian Markova and the middle finger's our first shirt we ever made. Now, you can do the sharpshooter action. You can do the Hot Wheels. But you can do one of my favorites. Alex Haney designed this, our own salty bastard, the Shades of Excellence All Wrestling shirt.
I just ordered that shirt last night, and just to let you guys know, if you want to save some money right now on Pro Wrestling Tees, Mania 24, all capital and Mania. That's the reason why I ended up getting with the nice Excellence of Shades of Excellence shirt, which I can't wait, coming from ProWrestlingTees.com.
Yeah, 20% off.
Did you see Pro Wrestling Tees post after the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens thing?
Yeah. You can get the Terry Funk shirt, my friends.
That's where I got the code from, was from that post from Pro Wrestling.
Now, when you buy a shirt, Baby Billy may not bless it, but I will.
Yeah. Because we print them in Canada. Canada Dry's got his own printing machine.
Well, no, honestly, when I get a sale, I honestly do this.
Yeah.
When I get a sale, I pray over that person.
Yeah.
Are you saying that there's a possibility we might get effing wrestling holy water that we can purchase?
I might.
Hey, we're not crazy enough that we're going to do it. This has been blessed by Canada Dry. Drinking it, you shall.
No, what would be funny is if I put Canada Dry in a veil. I blessed it and sent it around. Beautiful people out there in TV land.
Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Effort Wrestling, where you can get all of your Effort Wrestling gear. If you like old school wrestling like me, Canada Dry, everybody else on the panel, of course you do. There's only one place to go. We love Adrian Adonis. All you have to do is just go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all your Adrian Adonis gear. Oh my God. Woo! JFB needs to take a breather. Anyways, on behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of the Shane Experience, on behalf of Dollywood, on behalf of that salty bastard right over there, this guy right here, Alex Haney, I am the JFB.
And because she hasn't been on in a while, I'm going to get Dollywood to give the Just Keep Fighting speech.
I wasn't prepared for this. Okay.
No one ever is.
I got caught off guard last night too.
Okay. With as optimistic and as upbeat as I do love to be, not everybody lives their life like this. Everybody has good days and everybody has bad days. And for everyone listening and for everyone in the world, honestly, is that you do have more good days than bad days. And that if you do have a bad day, that you have someone that you can speak to. And if not, by all means, you have us.
Yes.
We love you. We think of you. And, Canada Dry is obviously praying for y'all. And I hope that y'all know that we all, or some of us do. Some of us pray for you. You're stronger than anything that life throws at you. Life is wonderful. Life is beautiful, even when it's not. So y'all just keep fighting.
Yeah. Hit it.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.